All right, guys, so this blueprint is called Click to Messenger Ad for Retargeting Down Funnel. This is similar to the last blueprint, but a little bit different. So this one works well when you're retargeting people who have visited a specific sales page about a specific product, or even multiple products. They visited that sales page, but they didn't buy. So we would run a Click to Messenger ad, retargeting that custom audience that Facebook will dynamically update for you. We're going to leverage the JSON growth tool. And the key to this blueprint is first to understand that there are a lot of people that are browsing your products or service online that don't buy for a particular reason, but they're not in enough pain or they don't want your product or service enough to actually reach out to, customer service to ask questions about the product. A lot of times live chat or something like the customer chat tool inside of ManyChat can provide, a dialogue there on the page for someone to actually ask questions. But what happens when they leave your site, right? If they still have questions about the product or service and they don't want it enough to reach out to you, they're probably not going to buy. So this blueprint is great if you're selling a product or service that's maybe a little more expensive, that's a little bit more complicated, and if you have the human resources to dedicate to someone actually being present in live chat answering these people's questions. So the Click to Messenger ad will retarget a website custom audience of people that visit a page, but not the next page. So they visit a sales page, but they don't buy. Now this ad, the purpose of this ad is basically to ask this person if they have any questions, right? So say we were selling a yoga retreat for Yoga Life. We're doing, a 2-week-long yoga retreat in Costa Rica, and it's $15,000. And there are probably a lot of questions that people are going to have about this yoga retreat. We can set up an ad targeting people who visit the sales page but don't buy. And the ad can say something like, we're really excited about our upcoming yoga retreat in September. If you have any questions or if you have any specific questions about this yoga retreat, and if it would be a great fit for you, simply click below to chat with one of our team members or one of our yoga specialists, whatever you want to call the person on the other side. And again, this ad is only showing to people who visited the sales page and didn't buy. So you're not running this to a just ginormous volume of people. So it allows you to allocate those human resources to actually having a conversation with this person. So if they have questions, they're going to click the ad. The JSON growth tool will ensure that we open here in Messenger. We can say something like, hey, first name, so glad to see you here in Messenger. We're here to answer any questions that you might have about the upcoming yoga retreat. The top button could say talk to a human. When they click that button, it would subscribe them to the bot. It would subscribe them to a sequence if you want to do that. That might not be the best fit for this particular blueprint, but it is an option. And you also have the opportunity to notify an admin via Messenger and or email so that they know there's a hot lead there waiting, and so they can jump into live chat quickly. You can also add an action to open a conversation. So if your live chat settings are set to only open a live chat message when that open conversation action happens, you would also want to add that here. So they click that they want to talk to a human. If someone is there and available, you can say, hey, how can I help? If not, your message could say something like, thanks so much for your interest. A human will be with you as soon as possible. And then this can work very much like a real live chat conversation, because that's what it is. So the person on the other end would simply answer questions, whatever questions that the consumer has about this yoga retreat. If you wanted to, and if you didn't have the human resources and you wanted to build a sequence, you could also build a little bot that answers the most frequently asked questions that that people have about whatever product or service that you're selling. But I think it's really great to actually provide a live chat conversation if possible. So again, this is done through a click-to-messenger ad, retargeting people who land on a sales page but don't buy. You'll connect that with JSON. This will open in Messenger, saying that you're here to answer questions. And let me show you guys what this looks like really quick. So new growth tool, JSON. And then this opt-in message here could simply say, welcome. Thanks so much for your interest in our yoga retreat. Click below to talk to one of our specialists and get your questions answered. And this button could be talk to a human. And we could add the action of subscribing them to a sequence like we talked about. If we wanted to do that, we would select the sequence. We could also open conversation. So that's going to make sure it opens in live chat. If your settings are set to only open live chats when an open conversation action happens. And you can notify admins via Messenger and email, and you can decide who you want to notify and through which medium. So this is a great way to help overcome any barriers to entry people might have when purchasing your product, especially if you have human resources to back this up, or if you're willing to build a little FAQ sequence to answer, the questions that you frequently get about this product. Again, this is a great way to monetize through Messenger, guys, and to use Messenger as a way to help overcome doubt to ensure that you're making the purchases that your product and service deserve. So I hope you enjoyed this blueprint, and I will see you in the next video.